Rebecca Pruden reporting there from Zeehan in Tasmania. Germans are increasingly concerned about the potential negative impact of artificial intelligence in election campaigns. 88% of Germans fear manipulation in the form of social media disinformation and deepfakes as they prepare to vote in 2 weeks. Deutsche Welle correspondent Thomas Sparrow joins us now from Berlin. Thomas, g'day. So how widespread is disinformation already in this political campaign?
Disinformation is indeed a big problem in this political campaign, and there are different ways in which that disinformation is spreading. On the one hand, false or misleading comments on social media platforms, including deepfakes, so fakes generated with the help of artificial intelligence. But at the same time, one issue that is a big matter of concern for authorities is foreign intervention, so foreign manipulation on social media, something that is known under the acronym of FIMI. And that is something that, as far as German authorities is concerned, is particularly worrying coming from Russia. In the past, German authorities have revealed a whole range of networks that are spreading Russian disinformation, that are discrediting European efforts when it comes to the war in Ukraine. And how that looks like, or what that looks like, is on the one hand media spoofing, so basically sites that look or resemble real newspaper sites, but in reality are fake and are spreading fake articles. It is also with the use of automated bots that are even spreading disinformation 1 second, so one disinformation block per second on a coordinated way, that according to German officials. And this is certainly something that German intelligence agencies are trying to understand. And a separate matter altogether, but related in a way, is the influence of the US in a way. So Elon Musk in particular, who has been spreading also false stories about Germany when it comes to security in the country, when it comes to migration in the country. This is something that German authorities are following very closely to see what kind of impact it has. When it comes to the impact, one issue that has been mentioned is that these kinds of posts are being amplified. So in other words, they're reaching more people than they should do in the first place.
And Thomas, how are authorities preparing to stop this disinformation, especially as voters prepare to cast their ballots?
At the European Union level, the main instrument is the so-called Digital Services Act. That is a law that has been in place for some time now at the European Union level, which basically looks for a safe and accountable online environment. And one of its explicit goals is to tackle disinformation. What it basically means is that accounts and social media platforms are obliged under this Digital Services Act to remove hate speech, to remove disinformation. Big question is to what extent they're doing so. Another level, another aspect is what's being done at a national level here in Germany, especially Germany's intelligence agency, especially there. The domestic intelligence agency is focusing on this issue of foreign intervention or interference, not foreign intervention, foreign interference when it comes, for example, to Russia. They're looking very closely at these automated bots and trying to understand the network and where it actually begins. Basically, who is creating this false information and what kind of impact they want. So these are the two main elements that we're seeing now when it comes to the reaction from authorities at a German level and at a European level as well.
And so how is Europe more broadly preparing to deal with AI-generated disinformation?
If you look at AI from, let's say, the positive side, not AI-generated disinformation, in the AI summit in Paris, Ursula von der Leyen, so the head of the European Commission, stressed that the European Union wanted to provide bigger funds for the development of safe and responsible artificial intelligence, obviously with clear rules coming from the European Union. On the other aspect, so AI-generated disinformation, we're talking here about spoofing, about digital deepfakes, we're talking about audio deepfakes, we're talking here about robocalls, as they're also called. These are aspects that are also being followed by German authorities, by European authorities as well. But there is also a responsibility of media outlets when it comes to trying to find these deepfakes and debunking them, so fact-check organizations, and also when it comes to, for example, non-governmental organizations that are going to schools, universities, and other social groups to basically increase media literacy among different population groups.
OK, Thomas Sparrow there reporting from Berlin. Taking a look at the satellite image first, tropical cyclone